Hello friends on Patreon, Erynn and Carl here, and we're going to do a song that was requested from us, from Ed, for Down the River I Go.
It's a dandy.
It is a dandy, and it's a great tune. We learned it from Don Petty.
Yeah, good buddy.
Very simple tune and easy to pick up, and we hope you enjoy it.
I'm going up on the mountaintop, gonna give my horn a blow. I thought I heard that pretty girl say, down the river I go. Down the river I go, Uncle Joe. Down the river I go. Down the river I go, Uncle Joe. Down the river I go. Well, I wish I had a needle and thread as fine as I can sew. I'd sew that pretty girl to my side, and down the river I go. Down the river I go, Uncle Joe. Down the river I go. Down the river I go, Uncle Joe. Down the river I go. Down the river I go, Uncle Joe. Down the river I go. Down the river I go, Uncle Joe. Down the river I go.
One more time. All right. Thank you, Carl.
Sure, it's great.
Let's learn it, fiddlers. Okay, the basic part of this melody is very simple. We're in a D tonality, but we're going to have a C natural in this. So it's D, but it's modal D, right? It's a lowered seventh scale tone. A D modal scale. So we're going to start on the C, and that's what gives this tune such an interesting sound, because it starts on the seventh scale tone, which is kind of an unusual place to start. So the way I do this is a very simple fiddle bowing here. Start on the C natural, and then play that again, slurring up to the D string, and play two more C notes. So we have okay, try that again. Make sure that low second finger is low enough. Sometimes fiddlers are kind of lazy and that note is always a little out of tune. If you use your first finger as a guide, you'll be able to get that in tune. Then we do go to our first finger, slur, and we go to our open A, another slur, and then three separate notes, and back up on the open A. So we have a little bit of a string crossing there. From the beginning, pickup, and it repeats that. Second time, goes to the open D. And it's often really nice to actually walk into this tune with a couple notes. So you can do it that way, or you can go straight in on the C natural. Let's try walking in with the pickup. Hold that note, walk up. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, the B part starts on the open A. Try again, open A, a slur, repeat the open A. Open 3, 1. So I use my fourth in this one little instance. And actually you could put a slur here. And then your bowing will work out right. So I'm doing a little down bow slur. 3 to 4 and coming up with a 3, and we do this beginning the B part again. Okay, that's the whole B part there. It's very short. Down bow slur, up. That's once through the B part. Part. Down bow slurring up. Make sure you hold it long enough. Couple little things you can do to dress that up. You might sometimes come in and do a 2-note chord. So I kind of do a C chord here. First finger on the D string, low second on the A, with a hammer on. So I start with my first finger and then I kind of hammer down the second and make the C chord. You could do, instead of going to the C here, you could vary it. You could go, so you can make small changes like that. Going into the B part, it's really nice to come in on a fourth finger every now and then to give it a little extra oomph. So I was doing that at the beginning of the B parts. Here's the A part. Now the B part. So you can come in on that fourth finger. Again. You could hold the notes. You could pulse the notes. Hit your own strings. Kinds of little things to keep that rhythm going. And then you could also just drop out sometimes and get real quiet behind the singer. But quite often in old-time tunes, the fiddle is kind of carrying on behind there. So you have a lot of choices, and I hope you enjoy Down the River I Go.